5 episodes of Star Trek. Enterprise Season 1, you can completely skip. Star Trek. Enterprise had the unenviable job of launching a prequel story in a franchise that already had nearly 4 decades of lore. Its first season in 2001 was full of promise. A younger Starfleet learning how to explore the galaxy. Jonathan Archer's NX-01 crew testing humanity's first deep space starship, and the earliest meetings with Klingons, Andorians, and Vulcans. But like many first seasons of Star Trek, it stumbled along the way. For every classic like Shuttlepod 1 or Dear Doctor, there were episodes that dragged the momentum down, added little to the characters, or simply felt like missed opportunities. If you're watching Enterprise or coming to it for the first time, here are 5 episodes from Season 1 you can safely skip and still understand the larger story without losing much. 1. Terra Nova, Episode 8. When Captain Archer investigates the lost human colony of Terra Nova, you'd think it would be a powerful look at humanity's first steps into the stars. Instead, it becomes a murky tale about colonists who mistrust Earth and live underground, speaking in broken English. The setup sounds intriguing, but the execution drags. The colonists' conflict with Starfleet feels shallow, and the emotional beats don't land because the characters of Terra Nova are flat stereotypes rather than fully realized people. Worse, the story has little consequence for later episodes. Once Enterprise leaves, Terra Nova is never referenced again. Skipping this one won't cost you anything but about 45 minutes of yawns. 2. Rogue Planet, Episode 18. The NX-01 encounters a planet shrouded in eternal night where alien hunters stalk native shapeshifters. The crew discovers one of these shapeshifters appearing as a mysterious woman who contacts Archer telepathically, begging for help. The problem is the episode plays like a half-hearted ghost story, with too much emphasis on Archer wandering around looking confused. The themes of conservation and hunting ethics could have been strong, but the episode doesn't dig deep enough. By the end, nothing much changes. The hunters go back to hunting, and the shapeshifters stay endangered. It's filler, and the mystery woman plot feels like it was recycled from Voyager. 3. Acquisition, Episode 19. If you like the Ferengi, you might think their first appearance in the Enterprise timeline would be worth watching. Unfortunately, Acquisition is more of a clumsy comedy episode than meaningful canon. The Ferengi board the Enterprise to steal its valuables, and the crew has to outwit them. The catch. The episode awkwardly avoids naming the Ferengi species, because technically humans shouldn't meet them until the next generation. That leaves the story stranded in a continuity limbo, as if it's winking at the audience but doesn't want to admit it. The humor is broad, the villain's cartoonish, and the episode contributes nothing to the larger arcs of the season. If you're interested in seeing how the Ferengi evolved as Star Trek antagonists, you can skip this one and go straight to TNG. 4. 2 Days and 2 Nights, Episode 25. The crew takes shore leave on Risa, the famous pleasure planet. On paper, this could have been a chance to relax with the characters, deepen relationships, or deliver some fun culture clash comedy. In practice, the episode feels like a jumble of weak side plots. Trip and Reed spend their time in a painfully awkward and slightly embarrassing "let's try to meet women" storyline that ends with them getting robbed. Archer has a forgettable romance. Bushy's subplot is marginally better, as she learns a new language, but even that feels like filler. The episode ends without any of the plots mattering in the long run. Compared to TNG's Captain's Holiday or even DS9's Shore Leave Adventures, 2 Days and 2 Nights is a lightweight misfire. You won't miss a thing by skipping it. 5. Oasis, Episode 20. Guest star alert. Deep Space Nine's Rene Auberjonois Odo appears here. Sadly, the episode doesn't do his talent justice. The NX-01 crew finds a seemingly abandoned ship, only to discover it's full of survivors. But twist! The survivors are holograms, created by a lonely engineer. If that sounds familiar, it's because Star Trek already did this story better in DS9's Shadowplay. Oasis comes off like a reheated version of that episode, offering little originality. The emotional core should be moving, but it ends up predictable instead. Unless you're a completist who wants to see Auberjonois outside his Odo makeup, this is one you can skip guilt-free. The takeaway. Trimming the fat from Season 1. Star Trek. Enterprise Season 1 isn't the franchise's strongest debut year, but it has its gems. The Andorian Incident, Shuttlepod 1, and Dear Doctor among them. Cutting the 5 episodes above will make a rewatch tighter and more enjoyable. Terra Nova and Rogue Planet Bog.